Wow. That maple bacon is so good.
Got the perfect dinner idea for you guys tonight. This baked chicken and broccoli pasta is a hit. Let me show you how to make it. Alright, so first things first, I got some chicken breasts that I split in half to stretch them a little bit. Then I hit them with some avocado oil and plenty of seasoning. I got them into a hot skillet till it looked like that. Then I basted them with some butter. I set them aside. Now let's work on this cream sauce. So I got some onions and butter in the pot, some garlic till it got fragrant, added some flour, deglazed with some chicken broth, and added some heavy cream. Of course, there's going to be a cheesy pasta, so I added some mozzarella, pepper jack, and Parmesan cheese. Choose whatever pasta you like. I'm using rigatoni. To my sauce, I added some spinach, some more seasoning. I tasted it. Then I added the pasta, the broccoli, the chicken, and gave that a good mix. Once it reached the consistency I like, I added it into a baking dish, topped it off with that chicken and even more cheese. Then I baked it at 375 for about 25 minutes till it looked like this. You already know what I'm going to say. This dish was the truth. Make sure you try it and let me know when you do. Pasta is most definitely my love language, so let me know what's yours in the comments below. And you already know it's a wrap. Let's go.
Let's make loaded shrimp baked potato.
Back with another 20-minute dinner, spicy garlic chicken. Season the chicken with salt and pepper. Coat the chicken with a thin layer of cornstarch. Pan fry the chicken for 4 minutes on each side. Remove and set aside. In the same pan, adding Korean red chili paste, soy sauce, lots of garlic, and some honey. Let it simmer for 30 seconds. Add back in the chicken and pan fry on high heat for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now look at that.
I kind of regret making this recipe for crispy chili beef because now I crave it all the time. The steak is battered and fried to crispy golden perfection, and the sauce is a bit sweet, a bit spicy, and just so good. We're going to start off with the wet batter, which is just eggs, chili powder, salt, and black pepper, and then the dry batter is cornstarch with the same exact spices. Then we'll saute our onions in some sesame oil, add in the chili, saute again, and then take off the heat. In the same pan, we're going to cook down garlic, ginger, and tomato paste with a little bit of butter. Then add in sweet chili sauce, red pepper flakes, rice vinegar, soy sauce, and some brown sugar. Thicken it up with a little bit of cornstarch and water, and then we're going to start battering our steak. Mix it all together in a Ziploc bag so everything's breaded, and then pop it in some hot oil to fry until beautifully golden, just like this. Then toss it in the sauce with our stir-fry vegetables, and that is basically it. Now, all that's left to do is enjoy.
Yo, if mac and cheese wasn't on the menu for y'all this weekend, y'all doing something wrong. This is mine. Let me show y'all how to get down. So I got about 5 different cheeses all shredded up. Then in a separate bowl, I got an egg and some evaporated milk with some seasoning, salt and pepper to OG, a little bit of ground mustard, a little bit of cayenne, and I got that all switched up. Added my elbow macaroni to some boiling water. No, you don't need oil for this. Just give it a little mix, let it boil till al dente, and then get it in a strainer, then into a bowl with some butter, some sour cream, mix that around. Add that egg and milk mixture to it, stir it around. Then you want to go ahead and add your cheeses to it, mix that up, add some Velveeta, of course, more whole milk, more cheese. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I can smell when mine is perfect. So I got a baking dish, got some macaroni down, put some cheese in the middle, then I put more of the macaroni. Went ahead and topped it off with some mozzarella and some more cheddar cheese. Then I hit it with some fresh parsley. You can use dried and a little bit of smoked paprika. Got that into the oven, covered for 20 and then uncovered for another 20. Cheese was pulling, the flavor's crazy. Try this one out and you already know it's a wrap. Let's go. All right, let's get straight into it. You guys ever was craving that Cajun chicken pasta from like Fridays or Applebee's or Ruby Tuesdays, something like that? I'm here to show you that you guys can make it at home and like 10 times better. This recipe is the truth. It's real simple. Let me show you how to get down. So first you want to get some chicken breast. Get them clean, patted dry. And then you just want to butterfly them. You can butterfly them or just split them in half. The reason that we're going to be butterflying is to get a thinner piece of meat that's going to cook more evenly. Even though it takes more time to do so, it's definitely going to be a money saver because now you get more portions of meat. Or you can do like me and butterfly and not cut all the way through so that you have larger pieces. I'm going to hit these with some avocado oil just because when I season these, I want to make sure that the oil helps the seasoning to be evenly distributed. First seasoning I'm using is the garlic butter and herb seasoning from Kimmy's Creations. Yes, that much seasoning. If you haven't gotten yours already and it's sold out, just go ahead and use any garlic herb seasoning of your choice. Next, we're going to go on with some Tony Chachere's just for some of that Cajun Creole flavor. And then finally, some smoked paprika just for the color. Once seasoned, it'll look like this. Next, you want to prepare a large skillet over medium-high heat and put about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil in it. Once it's heated up, go ahead and lay your chicken in there. Now, depending on how thick you got these chicken breasts, they should cook from anywhere between 4 to 5 minutes on each side. But after you flip them over the first time, well, first you want to check to make sure that they got a good sear. That's a pretty good sear. It's not as even, but it still looks good. But go ahead, give them a flip. Add about a tablespoon or 2 of butter to that same skillet. Move the butter around in the pan so that it can hit all the chicken. And then you just want to give the chicken a good base. Basting the chicken is keeping all that flavor right back onto the chicken. And after another 4 minutes or so, you want to take these and set them aside on a sheet pan. You can cover them loosely with foil, which is called tenting them, so that they'll still kind of cook a little bit. Reduce the heat to medium or medium-low in the skillet. Add about a tablespoon of butter, about a tablespoon of garlic paste, a tablespoon of this tomato paste, and then you want to go ahead and with some chicken broth. Next, you want to go ahead and add the heavy cream and get that all mixed in until it's well incorporated. Let that simmer on medium-low heat. After about 7-8 minutes, it's going to start to thicken up. Then you can go ahead and add some parsley, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, and then go ahead and turn the heat off for this part because I'm going to add some lemon juice next. Stir this one really good to make sure that it doesn't start to curdle, and then you want to go ahead and add more seasonings to taste. I put some of this sauce to the side for that extra sauce pour at the end. Pasta that I'm using is this penne retort. Add that directly into the sauce after you cook them till just before al dente and give those a good mix. Next, you want to go ahead and slice the chicken that you allow to rest for about 7 to 10 minutes. Your chicken breasts are fully cooked when they reach an internal temp of 165 degrees, and look how juicy that chicken looks. And now it's time to plate everything up. So I got a pasta bowl and I'm going to add a few spoonfuls of that pasta that was coated fully in that sauce. Top it with that perfectly cooked and beautifully sliced chicken breast on top. A little bit of diced tomato and some green onions for garnish. Of course, I hit mine with a little bit more extra sauce. I'm just that extra. Try this one out and let me know what you think. And it's a wrap. Let's go.
These viral lemon pepper chicken skewers are worth all the hype. I cooked them for lunch today and had it on a salad, and this was so good. Cut up some chicken thighs and then into a bowl, add all the seasonings listed. I didn't measure any of this, just put it until it looks like it's enough. Add in some olive oil and then give it a mix. Add your chicken chunks to a wooden skewer and then we can put them in the air fryer. Air fry on 400 for 12 minutes. Once that 12 minutes is up, flip them and then air fry for another 12 minutes. Pop a stick of unsalted butter into the microwave, add all the seasonings listed, and when our chicken is finished, we're gonna brush it on. I promise they're just as good as they look. I enjoyed this. This was so good, y'all.
My husband just said this is the best thing I've ever made. You need to try this crispy honey chili chicken. Cut your chicken into thin strips and marinate in soy sauce, garlic paste, sesame oil and an egg. Set aside and prep your sticky honey sauce. I'm using Ireland's favourite Boyne Valley honey. It is so easy to squeeze out. I mix it with sriracha, ketchup and white wine vinegar. You then coat your chicken in corn flour and throw it in the air fryer for 12 minutes. While the chicken is in the air fryer, heat up your honey sauce for a bit until it thickens. You then pour it over the crispy chicken, and this is so delicious. It's sweet, it's spicy, it is just unreal. I'm not quite sure anything I make will ever beat how good this was.
Welcome to episode 19 of the Ramadan series, and today we're making the crunchiest hot honey fried chicken you've ever seen. As usual, you'll find the full recipe in the caption. So first, we're going to combine buttermilk, hot sauce, and an egg, then add our chicken legs and let them marinate. For the coating, we're going to add flour, cornstarch, salt and pepper, and our herbs and spices to a bowl and mix. Coat your chicken in the seasoned flour and fry them for a couple minutes. We're going to set these aside while we crank up the heat, then fry them again. This is going to get them super crunchy. For the hot honey, add hot sauce, honey, and butter to a pan and get the butter melted. Brush that all over your chicken and you're done. This is the perfect combination of salty, sweet, and spicy, and we can't forget about texture. That crispy skin will have you drooling for days.
My boys are always asking me to make these smash burgers, and it's my favorite thing to cook on the griddle, so let me show you how I do it. I cook my bacon first, that way all that leftover grease is left on the grill, and I cook down some onions and some butter and season them with garlic, salt, and black pepper. When they're nice and soft, we can start on our patties. This is 80-20 beef. I just balled it up, and I'm going to use some parchment paper and smash it down. I seasoned it with garlic, salt, and black pepper, and I added some mustard right on top. After a few minutes, you can flip it and let it cook on the other side. I topped it with my grilled onions, some burger sauce, which is just mayo, mustard, some ketchup, a little bit of Worcestershire, and some pickle relish. After the sauce, I did a slice of cheese, then some more onions, some crispy bacon, and then I topped it with another patty with cheese. Melt some butter on your grill to toast your buns. I added some more burger sauce, and then all that goodness right on top. I hate to be dramatic, but this is probably my favorite burger in the entire world. It's so good, y'all.